Our next team comes from Slovakia. 15-year-old Nikola SITKOVA and 18-year-old Oliver KUBACAK. 10th after the short program. They need a 77.06 to take the lead. They have only a 61.98 personal best score. They'll skate to, at least they'll finish in it. Sweet Dreams by Rhythmics.
Scrambling to try and get those two rotations in the lift feature at the end of the pairs combination spin for Nikola SITKOVA and Oliver KUBACAK from Slovakia. And it started with improvements from last week's competition in Budapest and then faltered a little.
Yeah, I think after the fall of the double loop, then it got a little shaky and a little nervous, and they had to really fight sort of for everything. And once that starts, that flow, if you will, and that comfort and confidence starts to deteriorate a little bit. I saw a little bit of that throughout the program.
Yeah, and, you know, it's so challenging. You know, back-to-back events can be so exhausting, and especially when they'd made the progress and the improvements in the first couple of elements on last week to then have those falls.
There's that twist, split, good catch in at a level 2, so gets the 2 out of the 4 features. Hey, I pushed the button again. There we go.
And they didn't get, that wasn't called at all last week, so that was great.
So that was a big improvement. That's good. And here is the Group 5 reverse lift. This, you see her having to go backwards, does not know where his hand is to grab it, which he did. Really straight and strong in his arms, carries that flow on each step, so that was good. The rest of the lifts were a little bit shakier. This was the best one, right off the top of the program. And that comes in at, it was a level 4, the plus GOE. Here's the double loop. She takes a hard fall in the hip. And then after that, I didn't show it, but after that, had to do the throw double loop, and that went down as well. But a little bit later on, the throw double lutz. Little shaky, but gets the free leg back. Good save. Just trying to survive that. There's the difficult entry into the forward inside death spiral. And this comes in at level 2. So it gets 2 feature entry and 1 revolution. A little loss of balance again on the exit there. So just a little unstable after that fall on the loop.
And, you know, we talked about it, and I think in the short program, you know, Nikola's had to relocate her entire life to pursue the pair dream here. And, you know, although this was not the skate that they're wanting, good to see smiles and the kiss and cry. Mm-hmm. And it's confirmation of the commitment between them and their coach, Rostislav Vriak, and his wife, Petra, and all the team, Petra Bidar, that will flourish with time. Next season, it could be 10, 20, 30 points higher with that continued commitment.
Well, they're well matched. That's for I mean, it's a one strong boy. This is for sure. So, I think that it's a long journey. If the coaches do a really good job, which they do, in getting the athletes to understand where they are at. So be patient, because you have to build this home wall by wall. Yeah. It doesn't just pop up there, right? So if you can get them understanding this journey and where they're at in the journey and where they're going to the journey, then everybody stays a little calmer, you know, and just start to
or doesn't take one event, you know, one panel of 9 judges to define who you are.
You're not great in one event, and you're not terrible in one event. It's just one event. It's just part of the building blocks, right?
And, you know, not to discount the inevitable emotional investment in the event, but, you know, beyond, it's having the awareness of where it is in your journey.
Well, you'd have to say in juniors, you have to understand that a little bit more. Seniors a bit different, but certainly juniors, it's development. 61.14 for Nikola and Oliver. That's 5th in the free program with a 101.15 total score for the competition. That'll put them, at the moment, at least, into 5th place.